What's going on, everyone? So everything's just kind of becoming official. Obviously, Demar Derozan got traded to the Sacramento Kings, and now with the follow-up, LeBron James has officially signed his 2-year deal. The Lakers have announced it. So LeBron did take a discount. He took a discount enough for the Lakers to stay as an under the second apron team. So the Lakers, they won't be able to do sign and trades. They won't be able to use their their full mid-level exception, but they could potentially get to their taxpayer mid-level, and they still can work out trades. You can't work out any sign and trades, but there's not really anybody that you'd want to work a sign and trade out with. DeMar DeRozan was kind of the last guy. He ended up going to Sacramento for $25 million plus. It kind of makes you wonder. I talked about this at the end of the DeMar DeRozan video. Kind of makes you wonder if LeBron was waiting to see what happened with DeMar, because look, I talked about it. If Sacramento doesn't get DeMar, I don't know where DeMar goes, right? So I wonder, because all day, LeBron could have signed all day. He literally signed like an hour after the DeMar DeRozan news. So I wonder if LeBron was kind of waiting and seeing like, hey, maybe Sacramento ends up missing out on DeMar, and then then the Lakers maybe go get DeMar, whether it's the mid-level exception or via sign and trade. Maybe they could get him at a cheaper price. So maybe LeBron was kind of waiting around. Again, I don't know that for certain, but the timing is odd, right? Like, he signed an hour after the DeMar DeRozan thing. Now, LeBron James, right? I'm all for this. We knew he was going to resign. Obviously, we all wanted him to take a discount, but the Lakers weren't able to make any moves. The Lakers weren't able to pull anything off, right? LeBron was only going to take a discount if they were able to get somebody with the mid-level exception. And Valanciunas signed immediately. Klay Thompson chose the Dallas Mavericks over us. And then DeMar DeRozan didn't want to take the mid-level exception. DeMar DeRozan only wanted to get paid $25 million a year, which, again, I'm glad that the Lakers didn't do that. I was all for DeMar DeRozan at $13 million. I also said I wouldn't mind getting DeMar DeRozan for like $18 to $20 million a year, but $25 million a year, you have to, on a sign and trade, keep him for 3 years. And if it doesn't work out, you're stuck, right? There was always questions about DeMar's fit. Now, I believe that DeMar would have been fine. I think that they would have been able to work it out. I think DeMar would have solved like 80% of the Lakers' issues, because the Lakers don't have that heavy ISO guy. They don't have that guy that could just go get you a bucket when you need it, right? LeBron James and Anthony Davis are the only two guys, but LeBron's more kind of put his head down and get a basket. And Anthony Davis needs setup, where DeMar, you could just give the ball to, or he could grab it off the board and just go cook. So even though that there were kind of these fit questions, I think it would have been worth it, especially at the right value. But 3 years at $76 million, I'm okay with the Lakers not going and getting him. But it would have been a nice pick, right? Hopefully the Lakers do something. It's incredibly frustrating. I know people wanted the mid-level exception. LeBron, said, hey, I'm willing to give you an opportunity. They weren't able to pull anything off, and LeBron's now taking this, but he was willing to take enough of a discount. Also, still 1+1, so, he has a no-trade clause. LeBron could, if he wanted to, work out to where the Lakers could potentially make some other moves. But, here's the thing, is that with LeBron and Anthony Davis, there is this question of like, what will it take for us to get to that next level, right? I think the Lakers needed multiple moves, right? Let's say that they did get DeMar DeRozan. Talked about this in all the DeMar videos. I don't think DeMar by himself makes us that bona fide contender. I think DeMar and a Jeremy Grant, or DeMar and a Cam Johnson, or DeMar and, I think now you're talking. I don't think the Lakers are like astronomically far away. And I know a lot of people look at DeMar DeRozan, Sacramento, they got I don't know if DeMar makes them better. He might, right? I mean, dude's a bucket getter, but they didn't need that. Like, DeMar made sense for the Lakers because they don't have a guy like him. DeMar made sense for Miami. That's why when Miami was in the conversation, I was like, uh-oh, right? Miami, they're a team that I could see them, like, DeMar made perfect sense for Miami because, again, they don't have a guy like that. The Sacramento Kings have two. They have De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. So their defense is probably going to be worse. on offense, how do things work? Like I see a lot of people that are like, oh, they'll work. They got 3 closers now. So do the Suns. The Suns have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. Their 3 guys are better than the Kings' 3 guys. Sacramento and the Suns are very similar teams now, right? You have Sabonis, you have De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, and DeMar DeRozan, right? Got those guys. Then you look at the other side. Look at the Phoenix Suns. They have Nurk. They have Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant. They're very similar, right? But even the Phoenix Suns were small, and their guys are bigger than the Kings guys. Malik Monk is undersized, but he's a bucket getter. De'Aaron Fox isn't 6'6", right? Like, so, again, like, and the Phoenix Suns were the worst fourth quarter team in the league. Why? Because they didn't play defense. They had guys that are far too similar, and it got clunky. Right? You saw how many times it got clunky. And you have Kevin Durant, who's one of the biggest shot makers in the league. So, again, maybe Sacramento's able to figure it out better. Sabonis, I think, is better than Nurk. I think he's also a better playmaker and stuff. So, now maybe it will be a little more cleaner, a little more smoother. But I do have my questions. Again, you look at, like, the moves. And I know everyone wants me to, like, grab my pitchfork and torch, kind of melted those together. But I can't yet. I want to see what happens. I would have loved to have Clay, right? The Lakers offered him more money. He didn't want to go to the Lakers. It sucks, but he didn't want to go to the Lakers. LeBron talked to him. He wouldn't even talk to Rob Pelinka. His agent talked to him, right? Like, so clearly he didn't really want to go to the Lakers. DeMar DeRozan, they had to give up Harrison Barnes and Chris Dort, top of picks. And cash consideration and all this other. I wouldn't want the Lakers to do all that. I was looking at it as like a straightforward trade. You do like D'Lo and Jalen Hood-Schifino plus, a second or something like that. Thanks, right? Or if you have to do a third team, right? D'Lo to the Nets, boom, you're done. Thanks, right? Like something like that. But to me, we're not a finished product yet. I know it's frustrating. You've seen all these other teams make all these other moves. But the Lakers, they need to make the right move. Like, DeMar DeRozan to the Kings, I don't believe personally. And I said the same stuff about the Phoenix Suns. And everyone told me I was crazy. Everyone told me I didn't know what I was talking about. And Phoenix was terrible, right? I don't believe DeMar was the right move. I think Sacramento was like, we have to get better. We haven't made a move yet. I think Sacramento reacted the way that Laker fans want the Lakers to react. In the sense of, we have to do something. Something has to happen. We got to make a trade. And they want to trade just to make a trade. I don't want to trade just to make a trade. I want the right trades. And what's good is Sacramento was a player for a lot of these other pieces that the Lakers are looking to get. Well, they just got taken off the board, right? So the Lakers' patience is slowly whittling teams away. And I know it's frustrating, but the Lakers get the right piece or two, it changes everything. And I can't come on here and be like, Rob Pelinka's trash, he's this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And then 2 hours later, Rob Pelinka trades for Jeremy Grant and Cam Johnson, and I'm up here like, woo, we back, baby. We got that. And now I look silly. Rob Pelinka's the go, right? Like, no, like, I'm willing to wait and be patient. There's a lot of time between now and October, right when the season starts. A lot can happen between now and September when, training camp starts, right? I'm okay with the Lakers being patient. You got LeBron. He's locked up. You basically got everything locked up. Now you know what you need to do. You need to do a salary dump trade, whether it's through a trade like a Jeremy Grant or whatever, or it's a move where you're just kind of unloading guys, giving up a second or something like that to do that. And then you need to make a legit trade or two, maybe even Jeremy Grant. Again, Sacramento was targeting Jeremy Grant too. Sacramento was trying to push for Jeremy Grant too. They're off the board. That's big for the Lakers. This helps the Lakers, right? So I'm not as concerned as many are. But we'll see. Again, I will judge Rob accordingly when this is done. If he does nothing, we'll talk about it. If he does a bunch, we'll talk about it. But in the meantime, I'm willing to be patient and wait and see what the end result is before I just jump to conclusions and make the assumption that nothing's going to happen. But Anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Are you glad LeBron's back on? Are you disappointed that the Lakers didn't do anything with the mid-level exception? Look, again, Rob hasn't been perfect. I would have liked to get somebody with the mid-level exception, right? Miles Bridges, whomever, right? But at the end of the day, I'm okay with this. I can survive with this. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, how do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.